On today's podcast, we'll be covering looking and listening, so stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. You can find the show notes to each episode, links to information mentioned on the podcast, the social media platforms we're on, and anything else related to the podcast at warehousesafetytips.com. Now, if you're a seasoned podcast listener, this podcast is going to be different from most you listen to. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money and each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all of that out of the way, let's get to the podcast. Have you ever heard someone say, it's the simple things in life that really matter? In your facilities, there are two simple things that are equally as powerful. Those two things are looking and listening. Concentrate for a moment on all the things that fall into this category. Here are just a few things that come to mind. The beeping of lift trucks backing up, safety floor markings and signs, announcements and alerts over a PA system, lockout, tagout indicators. But looking and listening go way beyond the visual and audible examples mentioned above. It can also apply to the following examples. Watching for and removing debris from walk and driveways and work areas, listening for out of the ordinary sounds coming from machines to head off potential issues, observing procedures and finding ways that could be improved upon, and the list could go on and on. The point is, safety can be as easy as keeping your eyes and ears open. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, and stay safe. Now, before going on, let's hear a word from one of our sponsors. If you've ever been to or worked in a warehouse, you know just how important safety is to both management and staff. It's almost impossible to go 10 steps without seeing safety tape, angles, signs, and/or safety products. It's these items that show us how to be safe and avoid danger in the workplace. And if you're looking for the best products to make this happen, look no further than Mighty Line. Mighty Line floor signs and floor markings offer the best industrial products out there. We're proud to have Mighty Line as the official floor sign and floor marking company for the Warehouse Safety Tips podcast and site. Go to mightylinetape.com/safety tips to request a sample pack of their incredible safety signs and floor markings. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. If you visit warehousesafetytips.com, you'll find the show notes for this episode and access to all of our blog posts, previous podcasts, advertiser information, and much more. Thank you for listening to Warehouse Safety Tips and have a safe day.